and a half, verging on an hour 45 minutes. That is how long I just spent on the telephone with the fucking phone company who has decided that they can't keep accurate records of my account purchases. So they have literally and royally fucked my account up tremendously. Of course, I got 250 free minutes because I bitched and moaned and whined and complained to the point that I expected something to be done. I will, however, be contacting the Better Business Bureau so that this shit does not happen again. I'm telling you what, I got my fill the other day. It had been months since I have had sex, but today is the 23rd of August. I have a birthday in 5 days, on the 28th, and I have a huge dinner party tomorrow. In fact, when I'm finished with this video, I'm going to have to start preparation for that. At any rate, I got some of the best sex on Wednesday of this week, which would have been the 21st, from the nicest guy fucking ever. He was cool as hell. Of course, due to current events, I decided to drink too much and show my ass in front of him, so I will probably never see him again, which I hate. I'm really sorry that I hurt his feelings, but I did. He's a great person, and I would love to have him in my life, even if we're just friends. But, oh goodness, I was just a straight bitch to him. I will elaborate further on the current events in just a second. So I met this guy on Thursday or Friday of last week on Meet Me. And I want you to know that I made the mistake of giving him my phone number. Both phone numbers. House phone and cell phone. I did not realize he was going to be a fucking psycho. And I mean sociopath psycho. This motherfucker keeps me up. I was talking to one of my friends on the phone on Friday this past week, and this motherfucker was, this other one, the crazy dude, was blowing up my text on my phone. Who are you talking to? What are you doing? Call me. Do this, that, and the other. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, I had probably 100 texts from him in an hour. And I'm on the phone with one of my friends. I could not handle it. I was about to, honestly, just throw my phone and bust it into a million pieces. Anyway, I finally decided to call him after I get off the phone with my friend. And he keeps me up on the phone until 6 o'clock in the goddamn morning. So then I wake up the next morning at like 9 o'clock, which is extremely unusual for me, but considering the fact that I had been up all fucking night long, Lord have mercy. He calls me and tells me that he's on his way up here to my house. He gets here around noon, 1 p.m., something like that. And then my girlfriend comes over. She only lives a block away. And then my best friend decides he wants to fucking come over too. So, we have to literally go get him. And he lives like 20 minutes away. And of course he comes up here. We're watching movies, you know, the four of us together. And both of the boys, of course my girlfriend decides to go home about midnight. We all got completely inebriated, drunk, and my best friend and my girlfriend passed out. And of course, me and this guy were like messing around a little bit, blah, 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 blah. And something told me not to have sex with this dude. At any rate, my girlfriend gets up at like midnight and walks out because she has to go to work the next morning. So I'm stuck between my best friend and this guy for the remainder of the night. At any rate, we wake up the next morning. I buy the guy fuel. And then my best friend and I come back here and the guy leaves. End story. The entire way home, he was texting me or calling throughout the entire day. Even though he worked that day, he was texting me constantly. Well, he calls me that night and tells me, throughout the day that my best friend cannot stay again because it's a boy. And he's getting all this possessive shit going on with him. He was going through my phone while he was here, which I consider to be extremely fucking odd. At any rate, my best friend passes out, and I decided to call this dude and talk to him because I actually really did like him. But give me one. So forgive me, I had to roll up a few hundred cigarettes simply due to the fact that I know that I'm going to be on this goddamn internet all day long. At any rate, this guy's calling me and texting me all fucking day long, paranoid as shit, because my best friend is here, and because he has a dick, I'm not supposed to be hanging out with him. Well, I call this motherfucker in the middle of the night, and he tries to keep me up on the phone again all night long. I wasn't having it. I said, I've got to go to bed. I'm exhausted. You boys have both taken naps today, and I haven't had a nap. I'm about to pass the fuck out. Mind you, this was like at fucking 11 o'clock at night. At any rate, I get up the next morning at 4 a.m. and get on Facebook and notice that this motherfucker's on there. So, just being bored shitless at 4 a.m., I decided to look at his friends list, and he's added some new girl, who, by the way, happens to be a friend of one of my friends. At any rate, I go to his Meet Me profile, and this bitch is talking shit like, you are so sexy, blah, 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 blah. Well, I leave a comment right on top of it saying, that's why he's my boyfriend, because he's sexy. They had something crooked, motherfucker, going on from the goddamn beginning, and my intuition was just, like, it felt like a wrench in my stomach. I knew something was up. So I confronted his ass about it, because that's just me. I get back on Facebook, this motherfucker has deleted me. Then I get on Meet Me, and back on to Meet Me, and he's deleted me and blocked me from that. And I'm sitting here thinking, you have told me for a goddamn week how much you love me. I didn't even know we were in a relationship until he told me the night before on the phone when I was on the phone with him. He was like, I said, I didn't know we were in a relationship. And he was like, well, I kind of assumed we were. So I agreed to it. Anyway, even though I knew it was against my best interest. At any rate, he's blocked me from every fucking thing. So I call my girlfriend and tell her, and she adds him, and she's like, are you fucking some other girl and cheating on my girl? You know? And he fucking blocks her too. He's a fucking pussy. It's that goddamn simple. I called his phone Tried to get him to call me back, texted him, he wouldn't text back. So I wrote the bitch a letter, and I was like, well, honey, if he's going to do this shit to me, then you better expect the same, because it's coming. At any rate, he texts me later in the night. Finally, I get a response. And it says, that was a really nice note that you sent to this girl. And I'm sitting here thinking, I have done nothing fucking wrong at all. I was trying to forewarn someone. Not to mention the fact you're goddamn cheating on me, and you're the one that just said we were in a fucking relationship, and I didn't even know we were in a relationship. So, what the fuck is that? I mean, this dude is fucking psycho. Psycho. I have never in my life experienced any kind of goddamn melodrama like that before. Never. Never. I am still in shock and still speechless, because he's fucking cheating on me after he's not even 24 hours after he says we're in a relationship together and trying to control my whole goddamn life. And then he has the fucking audacity to try to turn that shit around on me like it's my fault. Are you fucking kidding? Honey, I'm grown. I know that shit ain't my fault. I know it is not my fault. He is another fucking loser. I'm telling you what, I'm to the point now, I don't trust no motherfucking body at all. At all. But in order to relieve my stresses, I had one of my friends come over, and honey, he stuck it to me good. Good. It was great sex. But of course I pissed him off because I was so mad about the situation that was going on with this other fucking loser. So now, I don't know if I'll even ever see him again. He refuses to speak to me too. At any rate, I'm not out here trying to burn bridges. But I'm telling you what, if I saw, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just not even gonna say it. I'm not real thrilled at all about this whole fucking situation. Of course, it's water off my back. I don't really give a damn. But I mean, at least if you're going to try to pull this bullshit, don't flip shit around on me. Nee, I do not deal well with that. I do not deal well with that at all. That just goes to show how fucking weak of a human being some people really are. I'm telling y'all what, the men in this town are becoming increasingly bold, past the point that it can possibly be appreciated. I just had a guy stop me on my way to the store, which happened yesterday too, mind you. And these, I can say one positive thing, they're mostly white men now that are stopping me instead of black guys or old men. Some of them are actually kind of cute now. Anyway, this guy, I was walking down the street and this guy stops and says, "Do you need a ride?" So I just ignored him, of course. And he just kept on, "Do you need a ride?" And I turned around and said, "No, thank you." And just kept walking. Well, yesterday I was at the store and I actually let a guy bring me home because he was cute as a motherfucker. And plus he was kind of bold. I found out though later that he was married. On the ride to my house, which is only a mile down the road, he tells me he's married to a black girl, no less. Not that I care, but this shirt is so hot. I'm whining a little bit. Anyway, I have court later today with my girlfriend. 2 o'clock this afternoon, I have to go to court with her and testify as a primary witness in a case that she has. I don't even want to go. I'm so tired of court. In and out of court. These people want me to help them with my mother, my girlfriend, everybody I know wants me to help them with their court cases. And, I should be getting paid for this shit. Not to mention,
let's just say I should be getting paid for it. And I probably will in the very near future because I'm having to do hours of work and hours of work. Actually, yesterday I did hours of work on my house, the lawn, repotted some plants. Nothing really exciting, but I was up from 7 a.m. until midnight last night working on everything. Let me pause for a second so I can get my thoughts together. At any rate, my birthday is tomorrow. Yay! 36 years old I will be. I'm kind of excited about it, honestly. I like getting older. Of course, I've said that many times. I do. I really like getting older. Not that I don't like the wear and tear on my body, but I do like getting older. Speaking of birthdays, the party that I had, I'm telling you what, I worked for hours and hours making hors d'oeuvres, baking my own fucking cake for 4 people to show up. Actually 5, 6 if you count, 7 if you count my roommate, my best friend, and my girlfriend. 2 family members and a girlfriend from my previous job were the only ones who showed up. I had spent all fucking day making these hors d'oeuvres. Actually 2 days it took me to make all these hors d'oeuvres, which by the way are still in my refrigerator. So if anybody needs any hors d'oeuvres, by all means contact me. You can have them, because I'm not going to eat them. At any rate, bake a birthday cake. That motherfucker is still in the goddamn refrigerator. Has not even had a slice cut out of it. Not one. I was so disappointed. I was so very disappointed at the turnout. On another note, I am getting extremely upset about the fact that my best girlfriend and my best friend, she is, honey, these high school games are not my forte. My best friend is in love with me. I can't do anything about that, and I choose not to do anything about that. I do not want to do anything about that. I do not want to be with him. He's a raging fucking alcoholic, so I'm not, I'm not following that yellow brick road anywhere. At any rate, my girlfriend is insanely fucking jealous of our friendship. She has tried to sleep with him I do not know how many goddamn times. And I'm not joking. It does not make me jealous at all, because the only feelings I have for him is the fact that he's like my little brother. But it's like this female competition. Like I want a piece of his ass or something. I don't want anything from him other than friendship. That's it. And that's a challenge all by itself. We're talking about somebody who will call me and whine on the phone about how he's lonely or tired or all this shit that he's got to do. Honey, his family is rich. There's absolutely no reason for him to be whining about anything. And they treat him like shit because he's fucking lazy, ultimately. He won't work. He's trying to get a job now, but other than that, I mean, months without a job, and he lives with his parents, 26 years old, and lives with his parents. Honey, I had to get out of my mom's house ASAP. No, we did not get along at all. In fact, I had to move back in with her when I was like 24. I stayed there for maybe 2 weeks, a month at the most. I had to scram. I cannot live with my mother. Actually, I lived with my sister for a short period of time too, as in our older age. I think it was like 2008. We couldn't live together either. I love my sister and my mother to death, but we cannot. None of us can live together. We grew up in the same household together. That was enough for me. Oh my, our relationship is ruined whenever we live together. At any rate, my best friend boy is insanely alcoholic. I have not seen an alcoholic like him in my life. But he will lay on the phone. I can tell him my phone is almost out of minutes. And he's like, well, buy some more. I'm like, no, man, you buy some more. Are you going to pay my fucking phone bill when you run out all my minutes? You know? He is, something's wrong with that child. Some people's children, I'm telling you. I'll tell y'all what right now. I'm going to tell you what right now. I'm going to get half lit before I go to court. Because I do not... I don't want to go. But I have to. I'm not the kind of girl who doesn't keep her word. And I told my friend that I would go. I look fat as hell on here. Jesus Christ almighty. I'm not that fat in person, I promise. I guess the camera does add 45 pounds. At any rate, that's not very pleasing in itself. My mother's want to take me to Outback tomorrow. She's gone out of her way to give me all kinds of shit for my birthday. She bought these nice shoes for me. I love them. Tennis shoes. She bought some glasses that are like goblets for me. They're like cobalt blue color, like the bed here. Love them. And she bought some gnomes, like garden gnomes for me. I collect gnomes. I love gnomes. But now she wants to take me to Outback tomorrow. That's my favorite restaurant on the fucking globe. Actually, when I had my landscaping business with my ex-landscaping business partner, we ate there like 3 times a fucking week. I mean, we were always at Outback. Everybody fucking knew us. Actually, the whole fucking town. I'm from a small town, Blowing Rock, and everybody in the fucking town knew us. Actually, for a while, this is a tidbit of information you're going to love. I was considered to be the whore of Blowing Rock. Why? I don't know. I guess I'm also considered to be the whore of Hickory. Because I cannot walk up the fucking street, as I have said repeatedly, without being hit on. I mean, okay, thank you for the flattery, but I'm not a fucking whore. I like a stable relationship with one person. I cannot help whether or not I'm pretty. I don't even think I'm pretty. I mean, I try to put myself together in an orderly manner every morning, but I don't care to be considered as a prostitute. That's insulting to me. And I was, in Blowing Rock too, considered to be the whore of the town. You have to have sex with somebody to be a whore. At least that was my thought about the definition of being a whore. And trust me when I say I don't get a lot of it. I wish I got more sex than what I do, but I would rather be with somebody and have sex with them than just get it from any fucking Joe Schmo. I've been so tired lately. Damn. I've been so tired lately. I don't know if it's this medicine my doctor has me on or what. For a couple of days I felt good. Like really in a positive mood. But I'm getting tired again. I don't know. Actually, tomorrow is my 36th birthday. And for those of you who know about the fact that I come from a long line of witches, that's the birthday that I'm supposed to receive a lot of metaphysical powers on. So I should be more powerful tomorrow. And I'm kind of frightened of that. I don't know how it's going to turn out. At any rate, I hope it's really good. But let's talk about, I never did get to elaborate on that psychotic motherfucker who cheated on me. And I didn't even know we were dating, but he cheated on me. Because he insists we're dating, and then less than 24 hours later, he's fucking some other girl. I went to my girlfriend's house yesterday and got on the internet, and he had unblocked me. This psychotic motherfucker had unblocked me from Meet Me. And what do I see on his profile other than comments from this bitch talking about, I love you, baby. Honey, he has not even known her for 3 fucking days. He did the same goddamn thing to me. Talking about, I love you, baby. And he's like, I love you too, baby. That fool does not know the meaning of love. And for all of you out there who know me, get on my Meet Me or my Facebook and look at the comments he's posted. It would blow your fucking mind, seriously. That he can just serial date and tell everybody he loves them and do all this shit. That is not love. It's people like him that fuck up relationships for every goddamn body else. You do not tell someone you love them 3 days after meeting them. You don't do that. It just does not. How can you love somebody you don't even know? I would say I love this about you, or I love this about you, but I'm not going to tell you that I love you when I first fucking meet you. Sorry, it's not going to happen. Love takes a while to evolve, and it has to evolve. His idea of love is like a fucking snowball heading straight for hell. And hopefully that's where he ends up. On a lighter note, and then I'm going to go back to talking about him again, I still need somebody to help me paint my fucking house. I need a ladder. I can't paint my house by myself. I need some help, guys. Seriously. There's plenty of shit to be done around here. And I will pay a fair wage to whoever wants to help. I'm tired of putting ads online and shit like that. I've got to get this tree cut down from off of my roof before winter comes and the snow caves my fucking house in. I'm not trying to deal with that at all. That's expensive shit. And all I need is some branches cut. But I'm scared of heights. So I'm not going to climb up on the roof and cut these branches back. That will never happen. I need somebody that's not afraid of heights to do that. It's hard enough for me to climb up on a fucking step stool. Much less a ladder or a roof. That's just unheard of for me. I'm not going to do it. I think the reason that I'm scared of heights is because when I was younger, this is an interesting tidbit for you. My sister and I were raised around all uncles who were between 9 years older than me, because I'm the oldest daughter. My sister's 4 years younger than me. Then my youngest uncle was 9 years older than me. So he was like my big brother. And ultimately all of them, there were 4 uncles, and all of them were like mine and my sister's big brothers. Honey, I was up on the roof one time, petrified of heights, even then. What made it worse is they took the ladder down. They thought they were funny. They were always playing fucking pranks and shit like that. I mean, it's a bunch of boys. You know, of course they're going to do that. They took this motherfucking ladder down, and I was stuck up on the roof for hours. I had absolutely no idea how to get down. I was not thrilled. The funny part is, I could climb a tree like a goddamn monkey. We were raised on a farm, honey. My sister and I would climb to the very top of trees. We were in trees so much. But trees have branches that you can grab onto. You're not going to... tread in them. We could climb trees barefoot and sit there for hours. It got to the point where our mother was so worried about us climbing trees all the fucking time and going and playing at the creek, which was half a mile from the fucking house. We would just disappear and do our thing. My mother had my mother had my uncles cut the fucking bottom limbs out of every tree around us so that we could not climb trees anymore. So my sister and I come up with this brilliant fucking plan, as little kids do. I decided to tie a rope around her and try to pull her up into the tree, like throw it over a tree branch and try to pull her up into the tree, and then she was going to grab my hand and help me get up there. Honey, that rope snagged on a goddamn branch, and she was hanging out of that fucking tree. We got our asses beat good for that one, honey. My uncle's come around and my sister's hanging out of a fucking tree looking like, I don't even know how to describe that shit. It was funny as hell. We look back to that shit to this day and talk about how fucking hilarious that shit was. I'm still trying to get inebriated before court. Honey, let me tell you what. Mama's gonna be fucked up. I can't deal with court. Oh, God. And being an attorney, honey, oh my God. I love going through court cases. I just don't like going to court. That is the most fucking time-consuming bunch of crap. Sometimes it's actually exciting and fun. 95% of the time it's not. I love going through court cases and like picking out, like my girlfriend, seriously, these people trying to play amateur fucking attorney and shit like that. I'm like, she's getting ready to come over here and I'm going to have to go through this court case with her because it's appalling, the things that she writes. It's like a fucking storybook. You don't tell a fucking story in front of a judge like that. They want facts. Anybody who knows me knows that's exactly how I am. I am a factual kind of girl. I do not want to hear, like my best friend, honey, he will tell you a story. It'll take him 45 minutes to tell you a fucking just simple, like, how his day was. Sum that shit up in a nutshell, man. I ain't got the fucking patience for it, you know? I've got other things to do. And I can't even read. When I read, I do not like fillers. If I'm reading my horoscope for the day or something like that, I don't want to hear or read any fucking mumbo jumbo. Get to the goddamn point. I want to know what planets are doing what, why, when, and that's it. What the result of those planets acting together or separately are for the day. I don't want to hear nebulous Neptune and all these descriptive adjectives and fucking crap like that. I know what Neptune is all about. I want to know what the hell she's doing, you know, in the sky, and what the fucking purpose is. But my friend, honey, he will talk your fucking ear off, say the same shit over and over again. I'm like, I don't have to be told something more than once. Some people do. I realize that. That shit pisses me off. If I have employees, and I have had these motherfuckers before, and I have to tell them something more than twice, sometimes 3 times at the most, that shit irritates the hell out of me. I'm like, apparently you don't care. So, you're fired. Get the fuck out. I don't want to associate with you. You're not working for my company. You're not working for this company anymore. Get the hell out. If you can't learn more quickly than that, that's your fucking problem. Bye. No, honey, he will tell you. And it's like all these fabrications. Sometimes he lies, and he is really bad at lying. He wants to try to convince you that this, that, or the other has happened. And I'm like, dude, please. Seriously? Are you fucking joking? I know you better than that. He tries to act like he's some kind of badass because he's fucking bored with his life. And he's not. Actually, on a lighter note, I thought we were going to have sex the other night. I don't know why I would have sex with him, because I don't think that I would. But I think that I've been so fucking horny lately. I don't know. It's weird. But anyhow, he was like cuddled up to me, and we always sleep together, like in the same bed. But he was cuddled up to me and was like telling me he loved me and shit like that. And I knew it was the alcohol talking, because that's, you know, that I don't think that I could have sex with him. I really don't. Because I think that he's the kind of person you can look at him and you can tell he's really bad at it. Not, like he's not experienced at all. And why the fuck my girlfriend is trying to, like, I guess, steal him away or be jealous or whatever, I don't fucking understand. Because I am not the kind of girl who wants to train a man other than train him to do shit that I want him to fucking do to participate in our relationship. I'm not going to train a man at sex. If he don't know what the fuck he's doing, I do not care to participate at all. I do not want to train a man to have sex. It's fucking boring. Not to mention the fact, I just don't care to associate with that crap. And these cigarettes, this is why I roll my own cigarettes. I bought a pack of cigarettes today. Let's talk about how, as you can clearly see, I've had to light this fucking cigarette I don't know how many times. They put that shit in them now to where they burn out, because people are burning their fucking houses down and shit. See, they put this crap in them now to where it, like, puts itself out. I don't care. I want to smoke a fucking cigarette. I don't want it putting itself out. If you're so goddamn irresponsible you can't even smoke a fucking cigarette without burning your house down, there's a fucking issue. You deserve to have your house burned down, honey. Or your cigar or whatever. No. People are fucking stupid nowadays. I'm telling you, they're stupid. When I was a kid, they didn't have to put a warning label on everything. People weren't so fucking stupid. Seriously. Now they got warning labels all over everything. Drink machines, don't push the machine, it'll fall over and crush you. And as if the fucking warning isn't bad enough, they have to draw a little picture and show you that if you push on this machine, it's going to fall over and crush the fucking life out of you. They have to put warning labels all over zoos. Don't pet the fucking animals. They're wild animals. They will chew a limb off of your body. It's that simple. And people are sticking their hands in tiger cages and every fucking thing else like they don't know that the tigers are going to do that. I mean, oh Lord. I'm telling you what, speaking of stupidity, these guys that have stopped me on the street talking about, do you need a ride? Do you need a ride? I think it's nice of them to ask, but I know what they're wanting, a piece of fucking ass. That's what it is. And I'm not a hooker. Even though that is the oldest profession, and for those of you out there who are hookers, no offense, because I still appreciate the fact that women can make money off a piece of ass. If that's the kind of business you want to be in, so be it. I cannot help that I'm a sexy business owner, seeing as how that's what apparently everybody fucking thinks. I don't think I'm all that good looking. It's because I take care of my body, I'm treated like a fucking whore. I mean, come on. But this guy today, I'm telling you what, the stupidity level of the people around this town, they're not just trying to be nice. My mama and my grandparents and my daddy and my uncles and my family, whatever, brought me up to not fucking talk to strangers. Do not talk to strangers. So why these people are stopping me on the street, honey, I could turn, if I believed in guns, I could turn around and blow their fucking head off, you know? I mean, you don't talk to fucking strangers. And you certainly don't pull up to somebody on the street, especially not in the ghetto where I live, and proposition them or ask them if they want to ride. You drive the fuck on. around here, honey. You don't do that. I don't know what people think is so spectacular about me. There's nothing spectacular about me at all. Nothing. So, I take it as flattery sometimes, or compliments, but these people around here are fucking just outrageously ridiculous. And this ex-boyfriend of mine, whoever, what the fuck ever, honey, I don't know if I told you before, I believe in demons, I'm a witch, blah, 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 everybody fucking knows it. More so now, a Kabbalist than a witch, because I kind of intertwine those, but I still do all the spells and shit like that, and of course they bring things into reality. Sometimes, I'm getting pretty good at it. I can have a dream and shit will happen the next fucking day. It's all about how in tune you are with the universe. That's what matters. And I think Kabbalism, being a Kabbalist, has helped grow that power within myself. And I'm not fucking crazy. For those of you who know me, you know that I can say something and it happens. It just, if I want, like I wanted a pair of shoes. My mother was like, let's go get you some new shoes. The next fucking day. I have dreams at night. They happen within 3 days. The fucking dreams come true. I write all this shit down. So I have evidence of the fact. And then I write down what exactly I dreamt and what exactly happened. And 98% of the time, what I dreamt is what happens. It's deja vu, some people call that. At any rate, I don't want y'all to think I'm fucking crazy because I'm going to tell you a story about this guy, and I don't know if I told you. When we first started talking, he told me about, he started talking about demons and how demons were after him. Well, honey, I've had that shit happen to me before, and it is not any fun. Believe me. Demons are not a fucking joke. I thought he was fucking around because I didn't think, you know, a demon would, like, he's talking about being friends with demons, which, no, honey, you do not do that, ever. This fool got to the point in the conversation, I should have known he was crazy then, that he wanted to tell me that he could control what this archangel demon was doing. And I thought to myself, he kept saying this demon's name. And for those of you out there who are involved in metaphysics, you know that you don't do that. It's completely irresponsible. And he just kept saying this demon's name over and over. And I know the demon. And you do not, he's not one that you would want to summon or fuck with in any way, shape, or form. But this fool was trying to convince me that he could just control what this demon was doing. And I said, honey, you got the wrong one. Talking about me. You got the wrong fucking girl. You were talking to a witch. Oh, Lord. That set his ass off. Fucking psycho. No, I can tell the fool's possessed by, or not possessed by, but obsessed with, I suppose, this demon. So, the fuck he talks about. At the end of our relationship, when he was cheating on me, or this so-called relationship that never fucking existed in my mind to begin with, he's trying to convince me that he's going to send this demon after me. I said, send it, motherfucker. I know you don't control a demon. Do your best to send it, you know? Not to mention the fact, if you did find a way to do that, I know all the spells necessary to keep the fucking thing away from me. Which, by the way, I did just to be on the safe side. Because, trust me, honey, psychos can... I would not suggest that he could control this demon, but if you're psychotic enough, I've dealt with enough psychos in my life to know that they can accomplish things that you would never think possible. I would never think it possible that a man would hit me, but it has happened. It was a mistake on their part. A huge one. Because once you hit me, I'm going to beat the fuck out of anything coming and going. And I'm not going to stop. My ex tried that shit. Not this most recent motherfucker that believed in demons. But my ex tried to put his hands on me. He ended up with broken ribs, a broken nose, etc. blase blah. I had to get stitches in my leg because of this motherfucker. I had a black eye because of this motherfucker. Honey, if somebody attacks me, I'm attacking back. That's human nature. It is proven scientifically and in the psychiatric community that no matter how passive a person is, when they feel threatened, they are capable of murder. I would never want to hurt anyone to that degree, but I know that whenever I have been attacked by a man, I don't know what is going on at all. I black out to the point that I don't even realize what I'm doing. And later it comes back to me what I did, and I feel guilty. I feel guilty for having the shit beat out of me by some fucking man, and I hurt him. And I'm not talking about just my ex. This has happened more than once. Of course, I don't associate with those people anymore. Those kinds of people. I can smell that shit like a fucking hound dog. I know when somebody's fucking crazy. I knew this most recent dude that cheated or decided to fuck other people and betray our relationship, or our budding relationship. I knew he was fucking crazy. I knew it. And I am ultimately extremely happy about the fact that he took a fucking hike. I am glad that he did what he did a week into our relationship instead of putting me through that shit for a fucking year and a half like my ex did. I'm grateful to him for doing that. Because who the fuck wants to have this happy-go-lucky relationship only to find out you're dating a fucking psycho? Nobody wants to deal with that shit. Nobody. At all. Unless you're attracted to drama, and even drama queens don't want the shit beat out of them. At any rate, I gotta get ready for court. I love all of you guys. Send me messages. Hugs, kisses, sunshine, rainbows. Because I said all kinds of brilliant shit, and oh my god, I didn't even record it. So I was like, what the heck? I'm so mad at myself. You're a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's exactly what you are. What? But you said you agreed with it. Now it's probable. It's probable. Okay, you just admitted you had bipolar disorder, correct? Yeah. When we were together, you were a fucking wolf in sheep's clothing. You were like the most passive, adoring, fun fiance, boyfriend, whatever to be around.
and then suddenly you would like flip the fuck out. So, I mean, what else do you call that besides a wolf in sheep's clothing? I mean, now you seem to... Right, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, wolf, sheep's clothing, same thing. Oh, yeah, okay, I get your point. Yeah. So Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde would be more like this. Yeah. Uh-uh. You got that shit from me, man. He's still my yin and yang shit now. No, no, That's who we are. There's as much masculinity in me as there is femininity in you. And that's why we get along, because I've always said that we're yin and yang. 2008, honey. I mean, Jesus Christ, think back. That's exactly how I always described our relationship. We're like fire and ice, like this house is. We are totally fire and ice because they go so well together, but at the same time... Yeah, I think you were ice. I'm more fire. Once again, I get to be the dominant one. There's no question about the fact. It's very simple that I love you. I have always loved you since I met you. I will always love you, and I don't give a shit what the explanation for that is. I just know that nobody compares, and that is my heart. That is why I told you that when I die, I want you to have my heart. If I die before you, which is highly unlikely, then I am like almost 10 years older than you, so there's a probability that we'll die very close together. I mean, that's what matters to me. I don't give a shit about how many bad times we've had. Who gives a fuck? I care about all the good times we had and all the times we made each other laugh and all the times we made everybody else laugh and the shit that we brought up together and nurtured together like those birds, and when we cried together and had to like bury the babies because we overfed them or we were trying to learn and bad shit just happened, and when our cat got killed, you know, and yeah, but I mean, that shit was, I don't think about that in a bad way, baby. I mean, it's, you got to understand, I look at like all the fucking great times we had together, and what if Jaster had never gotten killed? You know, I mean, that brought us closer together. That was a moment in time when you had to literally bury him. I couldn't even deal with it. But Shala lived for a fucking eternity, you know? I mean, she was still there when I was living with Jen and Chris. I don't remember all that. I don't look at the... Baby, you got to understand, I don't ever see the bad side of anything. That's why people love me, because I don't see that. It's like, why would you even look at that? My mother is a depressive... Yeah, my love is definitely blind, because... Yeah, yours is mixed. Now, your love is like if you're trying to make Italian dressing and you're mixing like vinegar and water and oil, and you know that they're all gonna sit like on top of each other. That's your love, baby. Mine's not like that. Mine is like, I want to just blend, and there's nothing you could ever do that is wrong. I mean, you can hurt my feelings, yeah, but I mean, at least you do it honestly. Like, you say things honestly. Honey, you have no idea how deceptive Chad was. You have no fucking idea. Like, it was a constant battle of, I know this motherfucker's lying to me. I know he's lying, so what am I supposed to do? But with you, it was never that way. It never will be that way, because you're like, at least, oh my God, I've had all these sexual escapades and all this shit, and I'm like, who gives a shit, honey? So have I. You know, fuck it. Big goddamn deal. That's where we come together and understand each other, and people just don't do that.